This is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by unbeaten lightweight Ty Tomlin. Short fuse.
Yes, sir.
Seem very happy today. No short fuse to worry about. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yes, very happy. Everything's going great in camp. The weight's going great. I've got no complaints. Getting ready for the biggest fight of my career and feeling amazing about it.
Yeah, a lot of firsts with this big
Yeah,
fight
big
happening
time.
on the 10th of June, not least of which your first fight out on the East Coast in New York. Just tell us
Yes.
about that. How excited are you to spread your reputation beyond kind of the southern states, Mississippi and of course, Tennessee?
Yeah, of course. Everybody in Tennessee knows what we're about, but getting on TV, fighting up in New York, and kind of get to spread some of that, show everybody what the Tennessee fans already know, and that's that I'm a contender at lightweight. So get on TV, get that exposure out there, show everybody what short fuse is all about.
It's on Showbox, of course, but it's also coinciding. It's at Turning Stone in Verona, so it's coinciding with the Hall of Fame weekend, which is a must for all boxing fans, I would say. How excited are you about that element of it, and how much will you be able to enjoy the festivities, given you've got business to take care of?
Yeah, that definitely adds to it. It's a huge event in boxing, and my fight being a part of it is definitely a huge thing for me. But the festivities and stuff, that they're going to have to wait for after the fight. I've got business to handle against Chan Thompson, and after that, then I can meet some of these people and shake hands, take pictures, all that kind of thing. But I've got something to handle before I can do all that.
Is there anyone out of all the legends that are expected to be there? Is there anyone you're particularly looking forward to meeting or looking forward to
Oh
watching
man.
you in action?
Man, there's so many different ones. I don't even have a name just to go to off the bat. I've met a lot of them that are getting inducted already, but having them watch me fight and me being like the center of attention on that big Showbox card, that first fight on TV, everybody kind of turning their attention to that card, that's what's going to be really big for me and really big for my career, I think.
And you were last out against Charlie Serrano, got the job. I think we spoke just before that fight,
Yes, we
got the
did.
job done in great fashion, 2 rounds. You must be delighted with your performance.
Yeah, that's the first fight I've went in there and just been completely cool-headed, calm, box like I'm supposed to. And every fight here on out, that's exactly how I'm coming in. The short fuse does come out in some of these dog fights and stuff, but until somebody gets me into a dog fight like that, I'm gonna keep the short fuse inside, sit back, box like I'm supposed to. Anytime I can go in there, get somebody out in 2 rounds and put on a beautiful boxing performance, that's what I want to do every time.
Now, your opponent on the 10th of June, Chad Thompson, he's a fellow unbeaten, the first of your career, of course. You'll be hoping to take that O.
Mm-hmm.
He's also 30 years old, so he's been in the game, or at least been around boxing a bit longer than you. What more can you tell us about him?
Yeah, Chan, he's definitely got a lot of good things going. He's got a good right hand. He's another unbeaten guy. And like you said, it's a lot of different firsts for me in this fight. This is going to be the first O that I take. I plan on taking a lot of them in my career, but I want to go ahead and get started on that on Showbox on a big card. It's Showbox, the new generation. And like I said, I want to open up, be the new generation of the lightweight division, kind of show everybody what is coming next and show everybody what the Tennessee fans already know, like I said.
So Showbox, first fight on the telecast, Hall of Fame weekend. You're on the left-hand side of the bill, so obviously you're expected to win. No pressure there.
Right.
But what does that say about the faith the people around you have in you? You're being put in a very prominent position.
Yeah, definitely. Lou DiBella, he is moving everything in the right direction, getting us in the fights that we need to be in. He's getting me on TV. He's put me on that platform. He's got a lot of other fighters, and he chose me to be on that platform. And I think that speaks highly about what we're doing, what kind of fighter he thinks I am to go in there and get the job done against another undefeated guy. And just where my career is kind of trending. We felt like we've been at this level for a while now. We've just been waiting for that opportunity to get on here and show it. And on June 10th, I plan on doing just that.
In your discussions with Lou DiBella, and I speak to him quite often myself, what's he told you that he sees in you? Why are you such an important priority for him and his business?
Yeah, not only the fighting aspect of it, going in there and taking guys out, all the finishes I've had consecutively against better and better opponents every time, but some of the things outside of boxing too. I feel like I'm a good marketable guy. I feel like I can get in here and have conversations, do the press conference thing. I've already got a fan base here in Tennessee that we can continue to build off of. I market myself. I do all the right things outside of the ring. And as my career continues to grow, I'm getting better and better inside the ring. And that's why me and Lou DiBella think this is just a perfect step for me and just the next one in the path.
Why are you so good at kind of marketing yourself and promoting yourself? I know you're obviously a nice guy and that's part of it, but how did you learn how to put yourself out there so well?
Yeah, a lot of it I honestly attribute to my team. My dad, he's just a business owner and knows how to build that kind of thing up. And then just everybody in Tennessee has kind of put me in the right spot, and I've just taken it and I've run with it. I try to do everything I can with it. Like you said, just be a nice guy, the whole conversation aspect of it. But there's just more to it. In boxing, expect when you don't always have like a huge platform like ESPN all the time, you've got to do some of that marketing yourself to get your name out there in the boxing world. And we've done that a good job. And now I'm going to have a huge opportunity on June 10th on a nationally televised fight to continue that.
Now, assuming all goes well in Verona, when do you see yourself kind of approaching that world level? Are we talking a couple of years? Are we talking less? What do you think?
That's a really good question. Something me and Lou have talked about. Obviously, we don't want to try to climb the ladder too fast, right? Like I said, it is a path. You have to take each step one after the other, but that's definitely something I'm working towards. I'd like that sooner than later, but I'm just going to take it one fight at a time, get Chan Thompson out of there, and then kind of see what's next. I do plan on fighting pretty soon after that, just because it is such a big card, big recognition on that card. I want to kind of keep the ball rolling.
Well, given you are at 135, there's a huge fight for all the major belts taking place in your division just next week in Australia, of course.
Correct.
Well, how do you kind of sum that one up between George Kambosos and Devin Haney?
Oh, man, what a fight that's going to be. I was actually at the fight with George Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez, and I got to see George work in action. And, man, he's got some skills. He's a great boxer. He's very quick. He's got good power, enough to keep you honest. So I don't think Devin's been in there with anybody like that. Even if Devin is maybe the more naturally talented guy, he's maybe getting a little better work in Vegas. George Kambosos is coming in to win that fight. He's not going to give those belts up easy. And honestly, you see a lot more now than you used to, 50-50 fights in boxing. I think this really is a 50-50 fight. So I'm going with George, with Lou as well.
Sorry, you've just frozen there for a minute. I'm just going to wait for it to right itself.
Okay, I got you. Am I good now?
Yeah, that's better. So, yeah, you said it's a genuine 50-50 fight. Does that mean I won't have much success getting a prediction from you?
Getting a what from me?
A prediction.
I'll give a prediction. I'm gonna ride with my man George because he is signed with Lou as well. I was there to see him fight. He's working with. I haven't seen Devin fight in person yet. So I'm going to roll with George by split decision. It's going to be a close fight, but he's going to pull it out at home.
Good stuff. Now, you talked about Devin getting in the work out in Las Vegas. From what I've been told, you've been getting in some work out in Tampa in terms of sparring. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think I went out there, and over the course of a week, I got like 25 rounds in with a whole different guys. So I got a whole lot of different looks, and that's really what I wanted for this fight, for my sparring leading up to it. Just because I've seen Chan Thompson fight, but every time I watch somebody fight and I get in there, they fight completely different. So I want to be ready for a little bit of anything with Chan Thompson, and all those different looks in Tampa are going to have me prepared for that.
Are we going to see you doing more of that in future camps, like going out and about and getting into different gyms?
Oh, yeah, of course. I try to get out a little bit everywhere. Like I said, I've been to Tampa, I've been to Houston, obviously been out in Vegas, places like coach. Try to act like we're just sponges, right? We try to take in every bit of information we can, soak it all in, and put our own little spin on it. And that's kind of what Team Short Fuse is.
Now, we're probably talking a lot further in the future here, but are we ever likely to see you in the UK for boxing?
Oh, I hope so. I'd love to come out there and fight in the UK. I'll have to get on Lou about that one, see if he can get me out that way, but something I would love to do.
Great. Well, as always, really appreciate your time. Just remind people out there, I know we did this last time, but just remind them how they can find you on social media so they can keep up to date.
Of course, on Facebook and stuff, it's just Tyler Short Fuse Tomlin. You can go check out my athlete page or my page, Ty Tomlin. And then Twitter and Instagram are both _Ty Tomlin. Make sure to check it out and follow everything for June 10th. And make sure to tune in on Showtime around that night. First fight on the telecast, and get in there and handle business.
Great stuff. We look forward to it. And yeah, let's catch up again afterwards.
Yes, of course. We'll talk soon.